Like, this building is reflecting the sun so perfectly that it's lighting me up. Very nice. Look at that lighting. You're never gonna get natural light like this. I got called out on YouTube by one of my followers named, I'm gonna butcher this name, but it's like the Girian or the Girian 9. She owns a Jeep and she likes Jurassic Park, so that's cool. She called me out to tell my story on how I got my Jeep and how I got into the whole Jurassic Park fandom. Jurassic Park came out in 1993 and I was about 7 years old. And hold on, coffee break. Yeah, let me get a grande iced coffee. So whenever I saw that movie, I remember being so infatuated by the dinosaurs. Not only was I in love with the dinosaurs, but I was in love with the vehicles that were used in that movie. Specifically the tour vehicle with the glass roof. Thanks, you too, thanks. I remember trying to get my parents to buy a Ford Explorer just because that tour vehicle just looked so incredibly awesome, being green, yellow with the red stripes, and you know, trying to get you through all these dinosaur paddocks, and it was just an amazing looking vehicle. I remember for my birthday, I would ask my parents to just buy me whatever they could, as long as it was Jurassic Park. So I had the toys, I had the games. The saddest part about that is that I don't remember ever getting rid of any of those toys. Fast forward to 2012, I came up with the idea to build a movie car. And that movie car was originally the tour vehicle from Jurassic Park. So at the end of 2013, I ended up buying a 1993 Ford Explorer. I was excited. I wanted to build it. I wanted to build a tour vehicle. I wanted to be exactly like the movie. The problem with that vehicle was it kept breaking down.
Hey, what'd I touch? I didn't touch anything. I stopped.
I sold my Explorer and I bought this 1995 Jeep Wrangler Sahara. I bought this Christmas Eve 2014. I bought this one in Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas is about 2.5 hours from where I live in Houston. People like the Jeep. When I first bought it, the engine was bad, the transmission was bad, the suspension was bad. I was determined to completely redo everything and make it look exactly like it did in the movie. It took me about 6 months to get most of it done. The hardest parts to find were the screen accurate parts. There were so many parts that have been discontinued for at least a decade. And so once I finished it, you know, you drive it around and it's a living celebrity. Because anywhere you go, you can see people looking at you and taking pictures and waving and smiling, and you can tell it just brightens up their day when they see a Jurassic Park Jeep driving right next to them. Pretty interesting looking lighting, look at that. So right now I'm right by downtown Houston. This right here is a very creepy hospital. This is the Jefferson Davis Hospital. That thing was built in the early 1900s. It was abandoned for decades and it was still furnished. They still had gurneys and equipment and all type of really creepy stuff in there. Not that I ever been in there, wink wink, and then finally they remodeled it and now it's little artisan lofts. If you look up the history on the Jefferson Davis Hospital, the original, it was actually built on top of a Confederate graveyard. So a lot of people would say that this is one of the most haunted places in America. It's pretty interesting stuff, really creepy place. I like this little area here because of this building here and this really nice view of downtown Houston. What a great looking skyline. In the next coming weeks, I'm going to be working on a documentary on building another Jurassic Park Jeep. Actually, my uncle came in from Mexico to help me. So far, we got a pretty good amount done with the new Jeep on getting it prepped and ready to be painted. Took off all the parts that needed to come off. We took off the headlights, taillights, fender flares, side steps, pinstripes. it's still in the early stages before paint. So I guess that's pretty much all I had to say about my story with JP12 here. A lot of adventures together, a lot of frustrating times, but at the end of the day, it was all worth it. That's pretty scary. Hearing a train start to move, you can hear each individual car latch onto each other. So I have a big announcement sometime next week. I don't know when the video is gonna be uploaded yet, but I have a new video with a big announcement next week. So subscribe to my channel and make sure you get notifications so every time I upload a video, it'll notify you. If you have any questions about anything Jurassic or anything about this Jeep, just leave a comment. I'll do my best to answer all you guys. And so I will see you guys next week.